In this video, we're going to look at the use of rich text and the new tag fields in Scouts RAM. So following a recent update, it is now possible to use rich text and new tag fields when creating risks and risk assessments. So if we go ahead and look in our risk library and go to create a new risk, you can now see that the hazard, controls and review boxes all now support rich text. Unfortunately, when exporting risks to OSM, OSM does not support rich text, so any formatting in these fields will be lost when you export to OSM. But whilst it's viewed in Scouts RAM and for printing risk assessments, it will maintain its formatting. The category, section and who is at risk fields have now been converted into tag fields. These operate slightly differently to a normal text box. So when you click on one of the new tag fields, you may get a drop-down box. This drop-down box contains values that you've used previously, so you can quickly and easily reuse them just by selecting the value you want to reuse. If you want to create a new tag, then you simply start typing, and once you've typed the required value, press the enter key and it should convert to a tag. You can have multiple tags per field, and you can now also create custom sections. To remove a tag, either press the backspace key or click on the white cross. So now if we look at an existing risk, you can see an example of the rich text being used and the tags for category, section and who is at risk. Depending upon the permissions which your group administrator has granted you, you may be restricted to the categories and the sections which you're allowed to create and edit. If this is the case, you will get a message saying that you're restricted to preset values if you are only allowed to use certain categories. And in this case, you will only see the categories which you are allowed to use. And if you try and use a category which you are not allowed to use, when you press enter, the tag will not convert into a blue box, showing you that you are not allowed to use this category. If you are blocked from certain categories, then those categories which you are blocked from will not appear in your list. And if you try and enter them, you'll get a warning coming up saying that the value is on your blocked list. You will also notice that you cannot edit any categories or sections which you are not allowed to edit. To see what permissions you have been granted, you can go into the settings menu and into your profile, and you will see what your permissions are on this account. These permissions have been set by your group administrator, so you should speak to them if you need to change any of them. And that is how you use rich text and the new tag fields in Scouts RAM.